Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome to another episode of Opinion Junkies here on Pez of the Mind. You're probably saying to yourself, James Phoenix, what are you doing here, and why are you the host? Well, I'm here because, unfortunately, Richter Hammer is going to be out for a little while he works on his radio play Ruin Runners, the first episode of which you can see now on our Pez of the Mind YouTube channel. But he will be back, and in the interim, during the weeks that I'm available, I'm going to be filling in to provide a third person for the show. And I was asked to host today, so there we go. Of course, joining me are your usual hosts for Opinion Junkies, Chris the Mole.
Hello.
And Anastasia Laserbeam.
Hi.
And if you've never seen the show before, what we do is we go around robin and we cover some things in the news that have happened this week, usually related to entertainment. We then go around and we each do a catch-up on things that we've been doing during the past week, and then we discuss a topic. And today's topic, when we get to it, is going to be cloud technology. So, with that, let's go ahead with the news. And, I don't know, Pew, why don't you go first with the news?
All right. So this October 2016, something awesome is happening. I get to go to Italy, but that's but also something awesome like in gaming as well.
Yeah, the fan reporting you.
But yeah, something equally awesome
Bring us
is
back pizza.
something equally awesome is happening October 2016 with gaming as well. You can.
Halloween?
Actually, I'm leaving on Halloween for Italy, so no, that won't be exciting.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you remove the mask, please, if you're going through airline security? Remove the mask.
They're such fucking assholes, man. You have to
Remove
dress
the
perfect.
Minecraft mask.
They would be like, you can't wear Halloween t-shirts, they're too scary, and they're scaring other people, we think you're a terrorist because of your shirt. It's like, they're fucking retarded. But whatever.
Well, to be fair, with planes, yeah, you're not supposed to have anything that's gonna, because people have fears of flight, there's gonna be children, you're not supposed to be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, come on, a scary t-shirt? Fuck off.
Depends what's on it, and it also depends if you're near children.
Unless that t-shirt says, I heart bombs, fuck America, I'm pretty sure you're fine.
TSA, if you're listening, you heard it here first. Keep an eye out for the nerdy girl with the glasses and the shirt that says, I heart bombs, fuck America.
I don't have that shirt. I'm just saying that, that'd be fucking stupid to wear. Anyway,
Available now on the Pez of the Mind store.
Anyway, I saw October 2016. Besides me getting an awesome vacation, the PlayStation VR will be available. Woo! And you can get it for $400 or 350 pounds. I think that's the pound note, right? The weird little LE thing, right? Or is that the euro?
No, that's pounds, Pew. The euro is the little C with the lines thrown in.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I always don't know what the hell she meant by LE. I was like,
no, it looks like an E
your
or
pound
maybe an
symbol,
L.
it looks like a letter L and a letter E.
Yeah.
It looks more like just a letter E.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
If you're in capital E, that also has the bottom bit, and L is literally the bottom of a capital E, so I was like, I don't know what that means.
So, 350 pounds, $400 American dollars, and also you can get 4 games with it.
And I believe they said it's also
surprisingly,
I think they also said it's in the range of 44,000 yen.
yeah, let them have all that yen, so to get that. But actually, you can get all the games $10 off on Amazon or full price for $60 everywhere else. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, London Heist, Gran Turismo, and so you can get a bundle deal as well. You can get a bunch of games already started with the PlayStation VR. There's a specific London Heist deal that contains a bunch of cool games.
Nice.
Danger Ball, VR Luge, Future Murder Pump.
Don't mention all the games.
Okay, there was just a few. Anyway, so
yeah,
I look forward to that. So Wednesday, actually, yeah, you can buy pre-orders now.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you if you were covering it as well.
We're only covering the part she would have mentioned of the fact they got a price point and the bundles because of the size of the conference. There was way too much.
Yeah, I wasn't talking
Right on
about
how
the
I didn't know. I saw on the Facebook there was also some announcement about the Oculus Rift VR today as well. I just didn't know if she was covering that also.
No, just the
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think they announced a whole bunch of games for it today or something. Anyway, moving along. Well, what's your first news?
I'll go with the similar news to Pew's of the VR shit. Sony has partnered with EA, DICE, and Lucasfilms for a Star Wars Battlefront VR experience exclusive for the PlayStation VR. Sony revealed the game today with the PSVR before announcing the Battlefront. When they announced the Battlefront project, DICE is one of 233 developers working on this, and as well as that one, joint with it, there's the Lucasfilms and ILMX Lab are working on their own Star Wars VR experience called Trials on Tatooine, starring a Jedi apprentice of Luke Skywalker, set after Return of the Jedi. Thank you. Over to Jim.
Is that canon?
I don't know, they haven't said yet, so it could be, could not be.
Fair enough. Moving
Probably
along.
not Star Killer
Ugh. Fair enough.
or Kylo Ren.
He's so cool.
I will finish what you started, grandfather.
Kylo Ren, the only guy who, when if he's on Tatooine and looks up at the two moons, instead of John Williams music playing, you're just imagining My Chemical Romance.
Fact.
Anyway, moving on. I'll segue off of that. Speaking of the Solo family, and speaking of Harrison Ford, it was announced just yesterday by the good people at the Disney Company that the fifth film in the Harrison Ford-led Indiana Jones series will be coming on July 19th of 2019.
Is this
Harrison
direct to
Ford.
DVD thing?
No, this is going to be in the theaters.
Okay.
No, this is going to be in the theatres, and this is knowing Disney with what they've done with Star Wars, basing it on what they did with Marvel. I can't wait for the Nazi #4 spin-off movie that'll come out the year afterwards to tie back into Indiana Jones the year later.
Fair enough, but yes, the film July 19th, 2019. Steven Spielberg, who directed the previous 4 films, will be returning to direct this one, and franchise veterans Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall will produce. Exactly how this is going to proceed, I don't know. Given, of course, Harrison Ford's advanced age, I'm a little concerned about, what they're going to do. But hopefully, they go back to the plan of we're going to, get a Indiana Jones Jr. or something to turn the franchise over to, and hopefully not Shia LaBeouf.
But Shia LaBeouf was actually his son in the film, I think. So I think that's the only one we could do because that's his only son. Unless they rehashed the plot of the 4th one.
They could have him on like an apprentice or something that's not technically his son.
Yes, but you went with the junior thing, so I was like, okay.
Well, I was just, and I just meant a younger Indiana Jones.
Oh, a younger apprentice would also work.
Yeah. Although it was mentioned. What did they say? There was somewhere. Was it in this article? It wasn't in this article, but in one of the articles I read, the Alan Horn, the chairman, was speaking. I think it was Alan Horn, and he said something about that they were going to. They did say they weren't going to have someone else called Indiana Jones, contrary to the rumors that they would have someone like Chris Pratt come in and like do a reboot. They said they're not going to do that. So that much is off the table.
That much is off the table, but it's the Disney films. What they'll do is they'll release Indiana Jones, spin it off with the next guy, then his film, someone else's side film, and create the Indiana Jones cinematic universe, because everything needs a fucking cinematic universe.
Pretty much. Well, the film is coming. Interestingly, the July 19th release date puts it near the Marvel's Inhumans film release date, but that one's still up in the air, so that could change.
I thought that's not happening.
Right now it's still on the slate. There's been a lot of talk that it's not happening, but it hasn't been officially removed from the slate yet. As I understand it.
Last time one of the Marvel people spoke, they said it was cancelled on one of the...
They did? Okay. Well, nobody told the people at Superhero Hype that.
It was an interview I read on there.
Oh, well, I don't know then. They're saying it puts it in the wake of Inhumans scheduled for July 12th release. I don't know. Sorry about that. Somebody's got a loud talking outside.
Yeah, it could be when you say the wake, it could be because that film died. Therefore, the wake of the film.
Although that may change since Walt Disney Pictures is distributing both films. So they're acting like the film's still coming out. Also, as a fun note, it places it the same year as Star Wars Episode 9, which will make it the first time that an Indiana Jones movie and a Star Wars movie have come out in the same year. No, fun fact. So yeah, that was mine. Pew, your second bit of news?
Oh. I know you all heard of System Shock. Well, they're having a System Shock remake that's coming out, so that should be pretty interesting. It's from Looking Glass Studios.
Based on your tone, it sounds super exciting.
It does.
They're responsible for the Bioshock universes and.
I think Pew needs a System Shock.
But yeah, so we don't really know too much about it other than it's in the works, and they showed a few images that you could check out. So yeah, I'd say I would say check that out. See for yourself if you want to keep tabs on that. It might be really interesting. Yeah, it looks pretty friggin' sweet.
All right. Cool. And Molt, your second piece of news.
Xbox opened up the door for cross-network play on Monday, and Sony has commented on the question of whether or not PlayStation Network and Xbox Live users could play across console barriers in the future. Their response, avoiding a definite yes, was PlayStation has been supporting cross-platform play between PC on several software titles, starting with Final Fantasy XI on PS2 and PC back in 2002. We would be very happy to have the conversation with any publisher or developers who are interested in cross-play, is what they said, and they left it there. I'll be honest, I don't think they should have it.
Aww.
No, I really don't think PlayStation should do it. For a multitude of reasons. One of which is a personal one of I just don't want to play with a load of Xbox for people when I'm playing my games.
Fair enough. Well, it was noted on the Xbox side that you could set it so that you'd only have Xbox viewers, so presumably Sony would have a similar setting.
Yeah, they always do on the PC and stuff like that. But I'm just saying I don't want to. I wouldn't want that anyway. Something like that's just a personal one. Okay. The other two is Sony suggested this very thing to Microsoft last gen, but because Microsoft were in the lead, they said no. This time Sony's in the lead. I say fuck them, because one of the big reasons for not doing it is a reason your console sells is what console do my friends have. Ooh, what game are you? But what game are you buying that game on? Ooh, you're buying on PS4. I must buy the PS4 one, and the company makes money. That's kind of a big deal. So I'm like, you shouldn't do that. That's kind of I'm like, based on the fact Sony already tried it and they said no, and like I said, based on that factor as well, as it'll help their sales, so they'd be stupid to say yes.
I was gonna say for Xbox to PC, like that'd be cool though.
We have Xbox to PC.
Oh, but on more games, like.
Not on more games, but we have it on some games.
Yeah, I'm saying we should have it on more. And that's where they should go with that, and that's it.
Fair enough. What's your thoughts, Jim?
to be honest, I'd be excited to be able to play cross-platform because that would be a big advantage for people who I wanted to cross-play games with, but who had it on different systems. Like I know there's a number of games that, for example, Marcus Shadow has on Xbox that there's a couple of them that he has on Xbox that I have on PS4, and that would allow us to cross-play with each other on those games, which would be a big.
Marcus Shadow doesn't have an Xbox.
Pretty sure he does.
He doesn't have an Xbox One because that's one of the reasons he hasn't played us on Siege yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a sworn he did. Maybe it's a 360 he has. Anyway.
Yeah, he had a 360, which means that wouldn't help you because this is for this gen.
True, but I thought he got an Xbox One also. I could be wrong, but I thought he got an Xbox.
Maybe he got one, but he never bothered telling us.
Yeah, we're confirming he doesn't because he kept telling us he never bought one. He didn't have the money. He didn't have the money at the time, and when he gets one, he wants to buy Siege.
Okay. My apologies, then. I apparently got that wrong.
But I can understand the benefit for some of the customer. For me personally, I'm just like, it seems like a bad business move because it seems like Xbox is doing this now to try and weasel in and try and take some of Sony's sales.
I can see that.
Because suddenly their games don't look empty online anymore if they also have the PlayStation people occupying them too. And it's like, fuck them. When Sony was down, they tried to just say fuck them. So
that's true, and I can understand why you would be concerned about that because it's really basically giving benefit to your competition. And I can see why Sony might not want to do that. Why that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have to balance that with the risk of if Xbox has extended this and we say no, and people are paying a lot more attention to this now than they did last gen, that's going to make us look like the dicks.
People paid the same amount of attention to it last gen at the same time.
I didn't even know they did it last gen.
You probably weren't looking at the gaming news as much.
Maybe, but if I'm one of the more casual gamers are going to be much more aware of this now than they were back then.
Yes, but like this week, we asked you to be on here, and we've been asking you to pay attention to the gaming news sites, which means you will have heard it. Plus, I mentioned it to you the other day and linked you to it. But yeah, like I said, it's a fact people paid a big enough attention to it last gen. However, you'll notice like Sony did that. They didn't say no. They said they're open to talk about it with whoever, until they can reach a mutual beneficial agreement. But they didn't specify Xbox and stuff, which basically means they left enough wiggle room that it could be a yes if they wanted to. I don't think they should. But if it's a no, it doesn't look like it was just Sony. It looks like the negotiations between the two would have fallen through, which means it's no one's fault.
True. I don't know. Personally, I would like to see it happen because I think it would be a big boon to online gaming as a whole. And I think it would help both the companies overall. Not to mention, given their general lack of presence in that arena, that could be a very easy way for Nintendo to jump into that online arena and boost their sales too.
I don't see that happening.
Well, we don't know what the NX can do yet. We'll find out in a few months, hopefully.
I'm just saying a lot of people probably wouldn't want that.
See, I wouldn't want that on the Nintendo one either.
It's like, what if you have your kids? You don't want your kids playing with a bunch of, swearing, foul-mouthed Xbox fans. I'm not saying they're all like that, but it could be.
I would say I play Grand Theft Auto Online on PS4, and it's like nothing but a bunch of fucking 5-year-olds.
I know, but I'm just saying, they're probably, you may not want those particular 5-year-olds playing with your 5-year-old.
Yeah, and like I said, I wouldn't want that with the Nintendo one either, because, Nintendo ones, for example, I've played Call of Duty on all 3 systems, and in fact, I played it with Crispy on all 3 systems. I got him to play with me on split screen and stuff. Playing it on the Wii U, at the end of the game, I got friend requests, and I had people typing stuff to me like that was a good game and have fun, and everyone was just in it for the fun. PlayStation side of stuff, I've had a few people where they've done the camping, spawn kills, the leaving and stuff like that. And on the Xbox side, all of the bad stuff at the PlayStation one, and then worse, because that one seems to have more kids doing the, no, we're cool because we got an Xbox. And it's like, fuck off. So it's like, with Nintendo being more of with how it is at the moment with the Wii U and stuff, it's more of a nice, friendly...
Kind of safe zone.
Not a safe zone, but more like a good atmosphere, free from people like some of the people we know, for example, on PS4, I wouldn't want that crossing over into my Nintendo either, because it'd be like, oh, come on.
Different communities.
Yeah.
But it worked so well when Ravana and Shin came to my world.
No.
Oh, come on, that was funny.
What matters is you believe that.
Anyway, moving along.
Yes.
Which is fair enough. I think it's something interesting to at least look into, but I can understand both sides of the issue. I personally would like to see it. What about you, Pew?
Like I said, I don't think that I misheard Mo in the very beginning when he said the Xbox to Sony. I thought he meant Xbox more to more PC and like more of it. So I was totally all for that, but I don't want the two to intermingle, and I don't want anyone to mingle with Nintendo.
Fair enough. All right, so moving back over to my other news, and this is different and interesting. A Red Band trailer was released just yesterday or the day before for what is expected to be, it has not been officially rated by the MPAA yet, but what is expected to be the first ever R-rated CGI cartoon film. It's called Sausage Party. And it's being made by Seth Rogen and his production company.
Yeah.
Indeed. And I watched this Red Band trailer, and it looks hilarious. The general premise is that basically it's animated food. The idea being, here's the living food. They're at the supermarket, and all they want to do is get chosen and taken home by the people. But what the food in the supermarket doesn't know is what happens when the food gets home. And so it turns into this horrific, oh my god, they're eating us thing. And it's like the food. Like there's one scene where they parody Saving Private Ryan as like a war zone and shit. And basically the content is a sausage voiced by Seth Rogen is having a romantic interest in the bun played by Kristen Wiig, and they have a romantic thing going on, and they decide to they want to get back to each other and get back to the supermarket to warn all the rest of the food about the horrible things that happen when you get home. It's not just this great, glorious afterlife getting selected. You're wrong about what's going on. We got to warn everybody. And it's full of hilarious jokes. There's profanity in that, and it's beautifully CGI animated too. And I think it's going to be a great movie, and it could set a precedent for adult cartoon movies going forward.
Not really. We've already had a shitload of adult cartoon movies.
Yeah.
We've had loads, but yeah. I will say,
yes, but this is the first 3D CGI animated adult cartoon.
Nope.
Yep.
Japan's done loads.
Yeah. It would be the first here. I mean.
Yeah, it might be the first American-made one, but that doesn't mean shit when anime is fucking worldwide huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought most of Japan's stuff was all 2D animation and anime.
No,
But they've also done 3D ones too.
They have like crazy
Okay,
fucking
fair enough.
holograms and shit.
A big example of them would be the Resident Evil ones. They made Resident Evil 3D animated films based on the games, which were fucking miles better than the live action films Hollywood made.
I did not know that.
I saw the trailer and it looked interesting. It looked like someone said, hey, you know Toy Story? What if instead of toys, it was food? And what if instead of a script, we just added fuck jokes?
That sounds like Family Guy plus Toy Story plus food.
Rogan added that his desire to tell the story came from a simple place. As a fan of cartoons growing up, we would look at what animated movies did. People project emotions on the things around them, toys, cars, pets. That's what Pixar's done for the last 20 years. We thought, what would it be like if our food had feelings? And we very quickly realized that would be fucked up because we eat it.
Yeah.
Also because they're not real.
So yeah, even almost admits it. It's like they watch Toy Story and said, "This is great. What can we do this with? Clothes? No. Hats? No. Food? Yeah, let's do it with food. There's different types of food. Now, what should we do for a script? I got an idea. Yeah, let's give it to a bunch of teenagers and get them to write just fuck jokes and shit jokes and stuff like that, like almost like Beavis and Butthead style.
I didn't see that. There was a lot of profanity, but there weren't too many fuck jokes or poop jokes that I saw in the trailer anyway. But that was, they admitted outright that was their inspiration. It was basically, they saw, all these great movies that things like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, things were doing, and they said, that's, that gets very popular because it captures, it brings kids in. It's these emotional adventures. When you watch these movies and you're a kid, well, why can't we have fun, immersing animated adventures like that for adults?
We do. They're called the Pixar films.
Equals one for adults.
Don't go telling me Pixar isn't also for
Pixar's for everybody, but
yeah.
Let's face it, it's from Disney, the company that's known for marketing to kids. All I'm saying. But yes, those films are great for everybody, and everybody should watch them.
Disney may be the company famous for marketing to kids, but they've done adult films before. Pirates of the Caribbean. And they've also done stuff like we just mentioned them, like the Pixar films, like WALL-E. Kids weren't as interested in WALL-E as adults were.
When we say adult films, we don't mean like it's an adult film, like it has to be rated M. These are just films adults enjoy.
Yeah, it's that sort of the idea set that people have with gaming, where people are like, oh, Legend of Zelda is childish because it doesn't have blood like Call of Duty. Or my Halos. And it's like, fuck off.
My Halos. I want someone to say that
one. Nice.
Halos are the new breakfast cereal made by Microsoft.
Nice. But, fact. But yeah, I think it looks like a funny movie, and I'd be willing to at least give it. I don't know if we'll go see it in theaters, but I'd be willing to at least give it a shot on DVD when it comes out. I think it's something pretty funny to give a shot to. And
when he says DVD, he means I'll rent it for free from the library on DVD.
Yeah, he'll rent it for free and not put his money where his mouth is. Cool.
Well, if it's a good movie, I'll go out and buy it. I'm just saying. And I may stop and see it in the theater if I have a chance. I'm not nothing against that. It looks pretty funny, and like I said, basically, I think the general question is, could this do for 3D animated movies what Deadpool did for superhero movies? I think it's probably where they're aiming at.
Use everyone who actually matters in the movie making world on why it was a success.
Yep. Plus also, like people have said, we don't know whether or not Deadpool is the right one for that to be listed as the right choice for that. Because Deadpool is in itself almost, because of who the character is, he's not mainstream. So, it's made a lot of success and stuff. When you get like the rated R Wolverine or the rated R Batman v Superman, that's a mainstream superhero film doing it. That's going to get the attention.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, saying that, Jim, like we mentioned, that's not the first 3D animated film to do that.
Well, the first one in the Western world, anyway.
But Resident Evil also got released over there.
But it wasn't produced here, so.
It was dubbed over there, so technically it was made over there where the dub was.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what about Final? It's not an M-rated film, but I would say Final Fantasy VII movie. Well, you could argue whether it's good or bad or something. That was another animated. What do you fucking call it? Computer generated movie over there.
Yeah. Yep. Well, to give the film credit, it also has a great cast. Like I said, Seth Rogen, James Franco, Michael Cera, Kristen Wiig. They got Salma Hayek in there to voice Atako.
Oh God! Did he just take all of the films from his End of the World film?
Kind of.
That was a fucking terrible film. I watched that on the same week I watched Pixels, and that was the worst film I saw that week.
Ouch.
Oh, Smackdown.
But yeah, you had to at least enjoy the scene where they got robbed by Emma Watson. That was hilarious.
No.
That's it. Most of that movie was not funny, but that scene was funny.
Why would I find that scene funny?
Because it was funny.
It was just them being robbed.
Yeah, which was hilarious, because they're screaming like hilariously when it happens. It's funny.
They were screaming throughout the whole film whenever anything happened.
True. But yeah, Jonah Hill is in the movie, Bill Hader, the usual Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, basically all his friends. Paul Rudd, David Krumholtz. Edward Norton is in the movie, so that's something. But yeah, so it's an interesting movie. I'm going to give it a shot. And plus, they also went the extra mile to the extra mile for the built-in Disney Pixar parody by hiring Alan Menken to write music for it. So that should add a whole new dimension if there's actually full-on Disney Pixar-esque songs in this movie.
If they really wanted to have Disney-esque, it got Don Bluth.
Yep.
Don Bluth hasn't done any Disney movies, or at least very
Yeah.
few.
But I said if you wanted Disney-esque.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yay, an adult Western-made film with music in it. It's pretty much like the Rob Zombie film he made, Super El Bisto.
Okay then.
I like that with zombie Nazi songs and cat fight, cat fight.
Nice. But yes, that movie's coming out. So, with that wraps up our news. Let's we can move on to our catch-up of things we've done during the week. And we'll just keep the rotation going. So, Pete, why don't you go first with your catch-up?
Alright, well, I played Siege with Crispy and Mo. And that was super fun. I'm getting better at the medic, I think, except when it fucks up.
You are?
I think I am, except when it fucks up. I'm totally pressing the buttons and like it's just totally not working.
Yeah, at least one of us thinks that.
Anyway. So I'm getting more fun with that. I got another operator. I got the shit, what was it called? The Thunder Lightning Dude Thief or something like that, or whatever.
Ah, cool.
It's that class, dude. And that looks pretty fun, so I'm looking forward to trying that one out next. Yeah, and I like doing the terrorist ones.
The what thief?
It's like a lightning thief or something. Like his symbol is like lightning.
It's the Percy Jackson class?
I don't know. Okay, he's just like, I think his actual like name thing is called like thief or something like that. But his symbol is a lightning bolt because he like makes wires and like all electrical traps.
Oh, nice. That's
how that relates to being a thief, I don't know, but like, you know.
Overload security systems and electric locks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Technically, are any of these really thieves?
Not really.
Because when you're playing as the defensive ones, you're trying to protect the hostage and stuff. And when you're playing as the other side, what you're normally doing is rescuing people. Though there are the side times where you play as bad guys, but they're not really thieves, they're more terrorists.
Yeah, I just think that maybe I think he's just called Thief because he, like, the character itself, because they have sort of personalities, he started off as a thief or something, and then they recruited him because of his skills, and now he's on the good side.
Nice.
So I think that's why he's called that, but, yeah, so he's pretty cool. Looking forward to playing more of him. And, yeah, even though we don't, like win a lot of the hostage stuff, I feel like that also helps it, because when we do win, it feels so awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that game.
It's fun. I'm glad I did trade it in.
Nice.
So, other game I've been playing was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Got that for my walking money. Yeah, right?
Woo!
Which I just got another $50 for walking, because I got to level 4, which is the cap for, like, it's the 3-month period every time. So, I got the maximum amount of money I could get out of walking for these 3 months.
Woo!
That means I can potentially get another game. Yay!
Cool. So I don't know exactly who pays you for walking.
Oh, it's the company health plan, because we just all do computer stuff all day long.
Oh, so they want you to not be doing computer stuff all day long at home.
Yeah, like outside of work, or at least, like on your 45s or something, take a walk or whatever.
So it's a work thing. Cool.
Yeah.
I approve.
So, Plants vs. Zombies, it's super fun. I kind of like the leveling up system better in the first one. I like the map, sort of. I like the whole, like, home base, and you have all your trophies, and you can unlock shit, and, like, Assassin's Creed 2, all the stuff that you collect can be there. That's cool, but it's sometimes difficult to navigate. At least I find it difficult to navigate sometimes. And it can be really awkward.
Well, yeah, like I said to you, I don't like that hub or the base or anything. I don't like that as much as the first one. It was just a clear, easy to view menu that you just scrolled through.
Yeah, I found much easier. But my favorite class there is the Citron, which is like the cyborg or like alien-like orange. He's pretty cool. I actually got to level 10 on him, and now I'm a specialist, which means when you die, he'll have like a bronze plaque over his name, and specialist, and then your character name. So that's cool. I've seen some people are like elitist or something, or that's like there's like 6 or something. That means you have to get to essentially level 60 because you get to level 10, then you upgrade 6 times. That's like a lot. And some people had it for like multiple different characters, and I'm like, whoa.
To be fair, they probably played the crap out of the game.
Absolutely, I must have. And like it just like the highest one, I think the second highest one is like a rainbow plaque, and then for some reason the highest one is like a frost plaque,
Fair enough.
which I just like I don't know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, sure. So that's pretty cool.
Cool. So, Crystal Ball, how about your catch-up?
I also played Siege. Like I said, I like that game. It's pretty fun. I like playing as the sledgehammer guy the most. Sledge from the SAS, where he just goes boom through a wall and just keeps going. That's always funny. And yeah, I played that with Crispy, Richter, and Pew. And yeah, it's pretty fun. I do like that. I do think, yeah, like Pew said, she's trying to get better at the medic, so hopefully she does. But the other thing I played this week would be Flame Over. Not sure if either one of you two have played that. Flame Over.
I have not, but it's cleverly titled.
Sounds like the Human Torch played a retro game.
It's a free game. It's on PlayStation Plus this month.
Okay.
So if you got Plus, there's like literally almost no excuse for not having this game. Because it's like, well, you're paying for the service, you might as well get the free stuff that comes with it.
Mm.
But is it fun?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Basically what this is, it's like a top-down 3D-ish view, sort of top-down, like Animal Crossing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because it's not like as serious looking as Diablo, and you're like a little fireman. You walk into the room, you have to squirt to put out the fires. You have the foam to put it out, water bombs to put it out, and so you have to pick your weapons and manage what you're doing, like manage your supplies to go and refill and stuff like that. And you've also got stuff like, let's say, on the first L1, you go forward, you turn right instead of going forward, which is the obvious path. Put out the fire in that room, then go into that room. There's an electrical switch. If you turn that off, you can now use the hose on all the computer equipment that's in all the rest of the building, because if it's turned on, you're using water on electrical fires. That's not good. If it's turned off, though, the water puts it out. And I'm like, that's cool.
That is really cool and smart.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be like a little fireman.
That sounds like fun. I'm about to check that out.
So yeah, that's what I did this week. I had my 2 things.
Excellent. Excellent.
Kept it brief.
Indeed. Moving on to me. The first thing, I have a couple of games that I've rented from my local library, as I am wont to do.
Wait, a couple? Wouldn't that be all of your catch-up?
Yes.
Okay, because you said, first of all, I rented a couple of things. I'm like, wait, you got a second thing as well as the multiple games?
No, I didn't mean. You're right. I misphrased that. I apologize. I think I only rented 3 games, and one of them I haven't had a chance to play yet. So I'll talk about the 2 that I have played so far. The first one that I played is a little bit of Street Fighter V, just to give it a shot because I haven't played a Street Fighter game in a long time, and I figured, I'll see what's going on. Graphics look really good. I like that. I know most of this is like multiplayer. There's not that much of a story, so I don't know if I'll probably get into the multiplayer because I'll probably just get destroyed very quickly. But I did try I go through the 4 matches of Ken's story mode, and that was pretty fun. There wasn't a lot of, I don't know if I didn't have the difficulty turned up or what, but the matches were piss easy against the computer. I tried to learn a couple of the combos. I'm never particularly good at memorizing combos to things. But it was generally fun to play, and they got a good variety of characters to start in here, trying to fit characters. So, yeah, a little bit of fun. I'm looking forward to giving that a little more playtime, seeing if that's seeing how some of the other characters play out and whatnot. The other game I have that I'll definitely spend more time playing is Lego Marvel's The Avengers, which is a lot of fun. I think I'm on the 3rd level of that. But it's really cool because it opens up with the first level is the opening scene of Age of Ultron, and then once you play through that, it starts flashing back to the first Avengers movie, and you kind of play through both. So that's kind of cool.
See, I hate that.
You don't like that?
Nope, that's one of the reasons when we go to do the review, I'll be giving that negative. I like when you played Lego Star Wars, you went through Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, and so forth. You know how counting works.
Right.
And if you're going through Lego, like, let's say you went through, like, Lego Lord of the Rings, or possibly, I haven't done that one, but Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, definitely. It was through all the films in order. This one, it was like a Vertman jumps and it cuts and it jumps and it cuts. And it's like, oh, come on, I want to see one story in one whole bit. So playing through each bit would have been a lot more awesome.
Fair enough. I thought it was clever the way they did it to work the stories together so you could play everything and have the experience of a bunch of different stuff. I thought that was cool. Also, I like they worked in some of the usual Lego jokes into the story, like and whenever Nick Fury shows up, he's drinking like a strawberry milkshake or whatever the hell that thing is. That was pretty funny. I like how when they get to the scene from the movie from Age of Ultron where Captain America's working out at the gym and Stan Lee's just there working out at the gym dropping comments. That was funny.
Yep.
Stan Lee's like, they wouldn't even let me wear a leotard. Like, okay then. But yeah, I like it so far. Fun characters. I like how they have different variety. And interestingly, they felt the need to do different characters. Like, okay, here's Captain America. Here's Captain America from Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's like, okay, I get you and have the difference because of the costume differences and whatnot, but I don't know. I think like it could have been one thing. They're not that drastically different to my knowledge.
Have you not played a Lego game before?
I have. I know they do different versions of characters. I know that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they always do that because basically on the main menu when you go over to him, when you highlight him on the main menu, if you press L1 or R1, it's essentially changing costumes. That's like complaining there's multiple costumes in a wrestling game. It's when they're separate models people complain.
Well, that was one thing in Plants vs. Zombies that I actually didn't like, because they have, like, different costumes, and it's awesome, but, like, when I played it, I unlocked a lot of different costumes, and when I say a lot of different costumes, I unlocked the same costume, and it's like, oh, it's a stripe, now it's a blue stripe, now it's a green stripe, oh, look, silver stripe! It's like, are you kidding me? What the shit is that? Like, Plants vs. Zombies never did that, but then they started doing that in the second game.
Yeah, that's because this one has the bits from the first one, but with the second one as well, you've also got more pieces.
I guess, but like...
Because it's about customizing your plant. Like, the first one did have loads of stupid tattoos. I'm like, oh, but like, no difference.
But I got the same tattoo like 8 times with like a whole bunch of different colors, and it was ridiculous. And it marks it as a different tattoo. And I get that are random and stuff, but like, they need to work on the randomization, because I got like 4 of those in a row. It was just silly.
Yeah, I was like, I can understand why though, because that's part of customization, so people can get the character how they want him.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I get that. It just normally in the past it never jumped out at me that difference, but it just seemed to be more obvious in this game that there was these different ones, which I'm like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I said I liked how they worked, and I like. Oh, one thing I really like about this game is they worked in the team up abilities that you can use when you have 2 characters. You can do an attack or an ability together, which is pretty awesome. Like if you got Captain America and Thor, you know they were Cap holds a shield up and Thor strikes it with the hammer and a shockwave kills everybody, or you can have like Hulk pick up and throw people, or all kinds of stuff like that.
I love that. And what we were talking about with the characters as well, I love that small change I just mentioned then as well. On the previous games, like go play Lego Marvel, then play this.
Mm-hmm.
When you play Lego Marvel and you're cycling between the different costumes, you have to hold over the character and let it swap to the one you want, then press A, like you do on Lego Batman and stuff.
Yeah.
This is the first one where when you go over the character, you can press L1 and R1 and just cycle the costumes and then press A.
Oh, that's helpful.
So much better, so you can get the one you want instead of just waiting like a roulette, like, there it is.
That's helpful. There's a lot of fun stuff they put in here that just makes you laugh. Even though it's supposed to be super serious movies. Nick Fury's drinking a milkshake. You get Shield headquarters. Like, where's Coulson? He's knocking on the door. It's like, looks like I locked myself in here during the evacuation. Help. It's like, really, Coulson? Or the solution, oh, we got some, like, there's like some trucks that have been like wrecked and they're blocking the way, and the solution is we're gonna build a stunt ramp and drive a car over it, and I like how the little guy standing next to us is like, oh, well, we could have just cleared the obstruction, but what do I know? I'm only a level 3.
Yep.
There's just so many funny jokes in Lego games. I like them. But yeah, so that was also fun.
I like the Lego game.
Indeed. Looking forward to the Lego Force Awakens.
I'm not.
I know you're probably not. Yeah, you didn't like
Well,
that
it's just
movie.
that it should wait up because usually you
That's not
get like
because of the. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah,
you
that's
get like 4 games when you get those things, and now it's just one. So it's like
yeah. It's like if you go and buy Lego Star Wars 1, Jim, or Lego Star Wars 2, and you got movies 1, 2, and 3, or you got movies 4, 5, and 6. This is just one film. They should have waited till there was 3 films out and brought out another one. Like wait till episode 9, wait 9 came out, then done this. This seems rushed as fuck.
it just doesn't seem like there's
And
enough
it
content for the
cheap
price.
cash in. It screams cheap cash in that only a Disney defender would be able to defend that, because it's like, come on, it's literally less content and rushed out fast as fuck. It's like,
No, it's definitely a cash in. I wouldn't try to deny that. But I think it'll still be fun to play. Maybe that's just me. I haven't played the earlier.
I think it'll be 1/4 fun to play.
So the thing is, it's not like they didn't, they did the sets, but they did it a different way too, because I know with Library we have, specifically, it's just Lego Star Wars 3, what is that one, Revenge of the Sith, whatever that one is.
no. Lego Star Wars 1 was episodes 1 to 3. 2 was 4, 5, and 6, and they were on PS2 at the time they couldn't do them together. Then they released the complete Saga edition on PS3, which was both games into one pack for the benefit of people, so it's like a HD re-release. And the third Lego Star Wars was the Clone Wars, and it includes the film, 2 or 3 seasons of the TV show.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I knew there was a 3. I wasn't sure exactly what was encompassed in it. Fair enough.
Which is when they added real-time strategy stormtroopers, which was awesome, or clone troopers. Real-time strategy clone troopers, where they pull out the walkie-talkie and you can command them like a real-time strategy. I loved that.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's our catch-up. So we're going to move on to our topic for the week. And this week's topic is cloud technology. We've all heard about that immutable, invisible thing in the sky known as the cloud that many companies from Apple to Microsoft are trying to get us to store our data on. And you probably heard about it being hacked on various instances. But we're going to discuss the cloud a little bit here.
Were you going for a pun?
No.
That big thing in the sky we can't see is called a cloud. I'm pretty sure I look up in the sky, I can see a cloud.
You can see a cloud, but you can't see the cloud.
I can see the cloud. It's the one I've named the cloud.
Look at my PS1 and I can see a cloud.
Yep. But no, cloud stuff has been used for various stuff, and it is pretty cool. For example, I do like, and I'm going to give praise for this one because I realised we insulted part of it earlier, but I will give praise to the Microsoft OneDrive cloud that they use.
Okay.
Because with that, I can easily type up a text document on my computer.
Yeah, and? Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's typing it up right now.
Evidently. Oh, technical difficulties. Live, everybody. Well, in the interim, I've heard good things about the OneDrive. I've seen a lot of other people use it, and I know I've heard some good things about the ability to, I believe what Mo was going to say, is type up a document he can put on the OneDrive and he can access it from anywhere without the need to carry around a disk or a flash drive or anything, so I can understand the benefit to that.
Google Drive has a similar thing, but I believe the OneDrive has actually more space.
Right, which would make sense. It is Microsoft. Personally, I've never really been into the cloud. I don't use it
like now because the Google Drive has been around for years, where this is a new thing. So I imagine if they're making a new version, they would have to have more. Otherwise, people would be like, if they didn't bring something else to the table, people would be like, who the fuck needs that?
Hello.
True. Hello.
There we go. I was talking, then the second Pew interrupted me. My microphone cut off.
I stopped here. It didn't sound like
I was speaking and you went hello. I mean, it just cut off my microphone completely.
She went hello because you stopped talking about 10 seconds
Yeah.
before that.
Must have been a lag or something.
It couldn't have been 10 seconds before that because I literally was in the middle of the sentence and said, yeah. When I type it, and as I said that I'm typing it up, she then goes, hello? Oh, he must be typing it up. And she literally responded to the thing I just finished saying and what she had interrupted.
Well,
Yeah, but see,
guess-
on our end, there was a gap between you saying that you said, I had to type it up, and then it was about 5 seconds, and then she went, yeah. So there was a gap because you, after the word type it up, after the word up, you did not say another thing. You immediately cut off, and there was a gap before she said anything.
Well,
There-
I don't know. I know what it sounded like to me at least, but
Well, yeah, because you're still talking, but you couldn't hear that your microphone wasn't working for us anymore.
and it's doing it again. But yeah, I was saying, basically, it's a case of, yeah, I like doing that. I've been able to put like a text document, like a Microsoft Word or Excel or something like that, and then put it on my phone while I'm on a train or a bus or something. I can complete it, send it straight back there, and update it. That is so fucking handy. Hell, I did that just the other day. When was it? Yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I think it was the day before. I know actually it would have been yesterday when I did the tacos. But yeah, basically, I got my niece's shopping list she needed for school. Tweeted that was sent to me by my brother, so I quickly just copied it, put it straight onto a Word document on this computer, and was like, okay, boom, send it to the OneDrive. When I got to the supermarket, OneDrive, boom, pulled the list out, boom, I had the shopping list in front of me.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah, that's so much more convenient, and it's like, that's actually really handy.
Indeed. So that's yeah. I've never really been that into the cloud. I mean, my phone is always asking me if I want to turn the cloud save on. I know the PS4 has an option to save things to the Sony cloud or whatever. I've never really into the thing because I'd rather have my data somewhere in front of me where I can see it, I can control it. I know it's semi-secure. That's just how I feel. I've never that big. I understand the benefits of it, and I'm sure I'll probably get around to it inevitably because they're probably going to bring us all around to cloud storage, in due time. But
Yeah,
I just
but
always kind of see the negatives of the hacks and things with the cloud. I don't, it just makes me nervous putting data up there, so I avoid it when I can.
and I said, yeah, but I'd say, what data? Because you're saying like I'd rather avoid it just so it's safe. And one of the examples you gave was the PlayStation one. Oh no, someone's gonna know how far you got in Plants v Zombies. Who gives a shit?
True.
That's there. And then if your game, like let's say you backed up the wrestling save to the cloud, and then when you're playing you get the inevitable glitch that erases your universe mode. Oh well, delete your save, re-download it from the cloud.
Yeah, and I've had to format my PlayStation 4, and I literally uploaded everything to the cloud, and when I got my PlayStation formatted, I could put everything literally exactly how it was.
See, I've not been able to I've not been able to back everything to the cloud because I have way too many game saves, and some of them are so huge. I filled the cloud way too fast. But yes, that should be a possibility.
Oh, yeah, I don't have, I guess, as many games. Or some games, after a while, just delete the save if I'm never going to go back to it.
So I always keep them just in case, because sometimes you'll get the sequel, and it'll have that lock-on thing where it reads the previous save,
Oh yeah,
like the Dragon Ball games.
okay, I didn't know they did that. Yeah, there's one that jumps into my head. What was that? The one that I knew that did that.
There's one that jumps into my head. What is it? It doesn't jump into your head then.
No, but I remember this specifically being mentioned around one game where it did that, where it read the previous game data. And I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Mass Effect?
Well, Mass Effect, yes, obviously, I know that
Yeah,
one.
Mass Effect, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games unlock stuff with it. There's been a few that did that. Like one of the wrestling games, if you had a WWE SmackDown v Raw, whatever year it was on, and you had WWE Legends of WrestleMania, if it read the previous save, you unlocked like everyone on your roster.
Right.
I think Dragon Age has its own like keep cloud kind of thing for all your stuff now.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, cool.
I preferred the reading of the save, but I understand why they did that, because different versions of 2 and 3 and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But cloud stuff does seem good, and if you believe Microsoft, they're using the cloud to boost Xbox One's powers to power to try and compete with the PS4, which it could be true. It seems to be true on some stuff. So it seems to be like basically, thanks to their cloud, their games can run at a higher power than what the system is actually capable of. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
And yeah, there's loads of cloud stuff now. There's the Apple Cloud that you guys mentioned. There's loads of cloud
We
data.
mentioned the Google Drive, which is similar.
Yeah, there's the Google Drive. Like I said, my favorite one seems to be the Microsoft OneDrive at the moment, but that's mainly just because of what it's linked up to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why.
Right now, I've had that one linked up to this laptop, my phone, and my new laptop / tablet I've got all at once. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's helpful.
That is cool.
Plus, as I believe Pew mentioned earlier, it has more space than the Google Drive, so that's also an advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah, but unless the Google Drive's increased its space, it's like PlayStation increased the space on the PS4
Well,
cloud.
you can pay for more space after a certain amount, but the initial free amount is less than the initial free amount for the OneDrive.
Ah, okay.
Yep, which that means I'd be curious to see, like, how much, if you spent money on it, did you get for the cloud stuff for that one? Because, like, let's say if I was using it a lot heavily for businesses, I would probably invest money on it.
It's not too much to get like a little bit like a gig or two more of data on the Google one.
Yeah, but I said if I was running it from if I was doing it for a business, I'd want the maximum one, so I'd look into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cloud stuff does, like I said, the cloud stuff does seem really cool. And hell, PlayStation's using cloud-ish technology in an interesting way, mixed with streaming technology, sort of, if you will, for the PlayStation Now.
I have used this, and it actually works pretty well.
Yep, where you can use it on TVs without PS4s and stuff hooked up, if they're Sony one and various other stuff, which is kind of cool. I've only used it on the PS4. I was one of the ones who beta tested it, and it worked fine. I just thought it was cool where, like, if you have, like, say, a Sony TV, or what they were planning for, you can have a Sony TV. If you have PlayStation Now, you could play it just by hooking your control pad up to your TV and playing. No console. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's neat. I like that.
The only downside to it is internet.
Right. It kind of reminds me of those old school games that you were trying to be video game systems like 10, 15 years ago, where you could buy it and you plugged it into the TV and it had like 30 crappy games on it.
Oh yeah, the plug and play games.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't buy that new one. Power Rangers Hero Portal. It's totally like Skylanders.
I did not know that was a thing.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
That sounds vaguely familiar. I feel like maybe I glanced at it.
I have to tell you because it's fucking terrible. And I saw it the other day in a shop. I saw it the other day in Toys R Us over here. And I almost died laughing, pointing at it going, they're still selling it!
Okay then.
It came out, just to put this in reference, it came out, Jim, at the same time as Super Mega Force.
Okay.
So you know for a fact it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that old.
Yep.
Its graphics are worse than the SNES Mega Drive and the SNES Power Ranger game.
That's impressive.
It's really terrible.
Wow.
It is impressive that you could possibly be that terrible. Like, that's almost like I'm trying to be terrible. Terrible.
Kind of.
Yeah, well, it may not actually be worse. It may just be in hindsight. It's worse or it might be worse because they're now playing on a HD TV. But
that too, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but that was terrible. They did a Turtles one too. also terrible.
Good to know.
Yep. But yeah, cloud stuff. And I think cloud stuff does have possibilities, like I said, and they're implementing it really well.
They are. One thing I could probably see them doing with that in the future, and I think some places are already doing it, but and as much as this obviously would be, given that I'm the guy who has the security concerns, but presumably security on that's going to get better the way it does on all technology as time goes on for the most part. I see that being a big boon to the medical industry, being able to have people's medical records on the cloud that any doctor, nurse, hospital, whatever could access anywhere depending on where you were and if you got sick or hurt or something. Your medical records would be anywhere they'd be needed, which would be kind of cool.
There's right now I forget exactly the name of it, but there's a Canadian service that's like $100, it's gonna be $100 or $150 a month, and they will give you unlimited amount of online storage data from the initial whatever they give you, but you have to actually ask the developer or whatever for more space, but they will always give it to you and not charge you more. It's just a flat rate. So I believe it's a service for Canada and possibly other countries. It's like between maybe they've up to 200 now, but it's been like around between like 150, and that's like not a bad deal at all. Like unlimited freaking online storage.
Indeed. And of course it's Canada.
Well, I know the people who make it are Canadian, so like you could just look it up, Canadian I don't know, data servers or something.
Canadian Maple Cloud.
Yeah, so that's pretty sweet.
Ah, I see what you did there. Maple, sweet. That's funny.
Ah,
Yep.
almost like a cotton candy cloud.
Ha
She made a pun.
I was having so much fun with puns lately.
And you're gonna love my new phone. I don't know why like I said, I bought it just for its name. I'm sorry, excellent adventure, and the eggs.
Oh,
That's right, I'm supporting the Mexican movie studios.
Woo.
There you go.
Unlike you with your Hollywood stuff. Conformist. Don't know why that's just funny, but conformist, but no. Yeah, there's loads of stuff you could use the cloud for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Hell, they could even do, which I know a lot of people out there would rage at, but they could also have something on your car that constantly keeps transmitting, like the Microsoft one does, where it keeps saving Word constantly to the cloud. But you do it now. So if you go to a mechanic, or if you say to a cop you've not been speeding, the cop would know you've been speeding. Or if you go to a mechanic and you're like, but I've been driving my car normal, they could be like, no, according to the information inside your car, you drove it like this. That's why this has been damaged.
They actually have those for a bunch of insurance companies that lower your insurance.
Yeah.
They have the black box, but that's not really on the cloud where it'd be normal. I'm just saying, so it'd be the norm.
Those self-driving Google cars that were in Canada at that one point.
Google cars are also in America.
And I know, but the ones I was referring to, at least in the one particular study, they had like the tracking and everything in there, and how they can implement
that was in all Google cars, and that was created in America, and that was an American one.
Okay, so I thought they tested, at least the one I read, they tested it in Canada as well.
Alrighty.
Yep. Apparently, I have some breaking news for people just by typing it in right now to look for stuff.
Ooh.
What's that?
No, it's not breaking. It was like 5 hours ago. Apparently, Google has scored a major coup in its campaign to become an enterprise cloud computing powerhouse. It's landed Apple as a customer for
Holy
the
shit.
Google Cloud platform. Multiple sources with knowledge of the matter told XGR this week. Since inking the Google deal late last year, Apple has also significantly reduced its reliance on Amazon Web Services, whose infrastructure it uses to run part of the iCloud. So now part of the iCloud will be through Google.
Interesting.
That's a big.
That is, because usually they were competitors, but now, like, now you can
You're a
do some
competitor.
stuff. What?
What?
Huh?
I'm just
You're a
saying,
competitor.
they can do stuff together now. So yay!
Woo!
Like
I don't have to choose.
like AT&T in America has said they're going to move 80% of all its applications to the cloud by the year's end. Is what I believe they said.
Cool.
Wow.
Yep. The cloud is. It's easy to snuff at and go cloud, but like if you just go onto the news right now and type in cloud, you can see shitloads of stuff, and it's the cloud's here to stay. And in this technology world, it makes sense because nowadays everyone has smartphones and smartwatches have become a thing. Cars are having inbuilt smart systems. You got consoles online. You got iPads, laptops, computers. So much shit that relies on online. It makes sense that you'll have so many devices. You might as well have one storage across the board.
Makes sense.
In the
Would
old
work
days,
out.
that used to be done with a local hard drive thing where you'd set up like a local media thing. But
Mhm.
having a cloud is much better for. It's more easier for the average person, and that's why it will catch on more.
Like I had an external hard drive for like all my extra shit, but I've been using other stuff since then.
Oh, I don't mean like an external hard drive. I mean those people who set up a hard drive that ran off everything in their house at once.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, that's kind of cool. So I'm like, this is like the next, I don't know what you'd call it, but natural
Skynet?
evolution. No, natural evolution.
I know, just being a troll.
Evolution in the mystery. But yeah, fair enough. So it seems generally like the cloud is probably going to be the future, and those of us like me who are a little hesitant about it, we're probably going to have to come around sooner rather than later because it's going to be inevitable.
Yep, and you can also get stuff like the Western Digital MyCloud, which is the one to set up the cloud for your local house, for just your house, with just your house's data and stuff. So that's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
It's like similar to a cloud right now. Over here, our largest satellite provider is doing one. I'm not with this one. I'm with the company, but I'm not doing this upgrade yet because it's way too expensive at the moment because it's new technology. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
It's called SkyQ at the moment, and you get a box, and what you can do with that box, you get multiple that you can then set up around your house. You have one hard drive on that acts like a cloud and boosts stuff to the rest of the house. And let's say Jim is downstairs in his family's living room, assuming you have living rooms or lounge areas, whatever you call them in America, and he's having fun. And then he's watching, I don't know, what's something Jim would watch, Deal or No Deal, and he decides to pause it because his parents are home. He could pause it and go, the parents are home, they're going to want to watch, I don't know, Dancing with the Stars. So I will leave this area and go up to my room. He can go up to his room and just unpause it from his room and continue watching it as they go in there into the room and change channel. I mean, there's one big hard drive. It's like multiple terabytes for the whole house to share. And I'm like, that's fucking wonderful.
Cool.
It's a super DVR.
Yeah, it's DVR mixed with cloud. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like, we've run out of space before now on our DVR. I mean, I had to delete the stuff because with how many shows we record. And the problem we also have is a lot of our shows, because they're adult shows for people that are similar age, they're all on at the same time. And you can only record 2 at once on my one. But with the new one, you can do like 5 or 6 at once.
Yeah, there's a few services over here with the satellite to cable providers that advertise the same thing. You can advertise up to 5 shows at once, and you can use any box in the house to watch anything on the DVR.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And this one's Sky Q. Apparently, it's their technology they've made, and they've
Right.
made it so you can also watch it on your computer, on the go, and stuff like that. I'm like, that's cool. So it's like a cloud almost
Almost.
for TV. In fact, they even used the word cloud in one of their advertisements because essentially your hard drive is the physical one, but it gives it off online for all the stuff, almost like a cloud. So I'm like, that's cool.
That is cool.
So yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to have that. It'll make things a lot easier here. So even if there was just the one DVR in my parents' room, I could still tape it and watch it up here.
Yeah. I'll admit, I was thinking of getting it, but like I said, because it's cutting edge technology right now, it's really expensive. I'll wait next year or two, it'll come down in price, then I'll go upgrade.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it right now, so I'm like, I'm fuck it, because I've already got stuff in my room to watch satellite anyway.
Plus, if you're gonna do that, you might as well wait until you move anyway.
If we move.
If you move.
Yep.
Fair enough. Pew, any final comments on the cloud?
Get one and no, it does not contain the Dewey Decimal System gem.
Okay.
You know, because if you want to switch to like all your stuff and, you know, watch it digitally instead of just going to the library all the time.
Fair enough.
To be fair, you when you're saying going to a library and renting stuff, you can do it on that. It lets you do it that way. You can rent stuff via these cloud systems and
there you go.
movies.
That's even awesome.
That is true.
Everything is awesome.
But yeah, so I think we've just about reached the end of our little discussion here. Mulder, do you have any final thoughts on the cloud?
No, I gave mine first.
Okay. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have to come around to using the cloud for stuff in the future, and the benefits certainly outweigh the negatives, I think, as we go forward. So it should be something fun to see how that technology advances and can change our lives as we go forward.
Yep, there is negative with the fact people can hack it and steal stuff and all that, but as long as you're not putting naked pictures of yourself on there, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like one hack and you get nude pictures of all the celebrities. It's like, wow.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't think Jim's gonna put naked pictures of himself there, and he doesn't need to worry about him going, oh no, here's his schedule for the week. Because they're going to be like, oh, well, there's no bank details there. There's no naked pictures. This is useless to me. Except for maybe to send him spam in the post. In which case, it takes Jim 2 seconds to go, oh, and picks up and just drops it in his recycling bin.
Well, schedule of what exactly?
I don't know. Like I said, you could have been writing down your work schedule or your life schedule or your
medical notes.
True, but true, but that'd be a whole separate problem with that in the cloud, because then Pew hacks it and then it helps her stalk me. So.
Ha! That's if anyone would want to stalk you. That's the true sign of desperation. Think about stalking Jim? Call 1-800-SUICIDE hotline now. You're not far off.
Now, I will say to both of you two, trying to outdo each other and prove which one doesn't suck. There is no winners here. Thank you. I miss Rick.
I miss Rick too.
I miss Rick too.
I miss Rick when I had at least one co-host that was a good one. I'm kidding. You two dudes are cool.
Fair enough. Well, thank you folks out there in internet land for joining us for another weekly Opinion Junkies. And, of course, thank you two for being here for your show. Indeed. I'm James Phoenix. As I said, for the weeks that I'm available and I'm not stuck at work late, I will be filling in for Richter Hammer for the next few weeks going forward here.
And next week, we have another fighting game coming up. Another fighting game that will be discussed on this show.
What's that?
And Pew will eventually join me to review, even if she doesn't have the game, because I can do it with just myself.
What's
Okay.
that?
Pokken Tournament.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty sweet.
That's going to be fucking awesome. And apparently, if you get the first wave ones, and it just comes out here Friday, so I'm going to pick it up on Friday. You get the
Nice.
Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card, which you can't get
Ooh.
elsewhere, and that's the only way to unlock him in the game.
Nice.
Interesting.
Indeed.
He looks pretty cool.
I look forward to hearing about that and seeing some live stream footage, if possible, or at least a couple of
No.
pictures.
You'll see pictures, but Nintendo's console doesn't hook up to Twitch the same way
Oh,
Xbox and
okay.
PlayStation 4 does. So I'd need to buy an external device, which I see no use for. If
Yeah,
the other
don't worry about all that. It's not worth it.
Yeah, the other two
already
wouldn't do
have
that
one.
job.
So I could technically do it, but I don't know if it'd actually be best to hook it all up.
Exactly. Well, with that, again, thanks for joining us for Opinion Junkies. We'll see you next week. Same OJ time, same OJ channel. I'm James Phoenix. Peace.
Stop talking about James Conner.